this section of our territory, Sahel. When you look at the territory, it is one of the most difficult terrain in Africa. Most of the countries in my own territory are very impoverished countries, and it's dominated by Islam. It is challenging when an illiterate becomes a follower of a certain belief and does not even understand why he or she is there. He is even more fanatic than even the one who even initiated him into that. So we have all those backdrop. But our programs in stewardship has a common focus. I can tell you that I have been in stewardship for many years, but I see that I am growing by the day. And that growth comes through all of you. As I see what you do, and as I have my own personal relationship with God. We actually have a focus that we've been developing over time. Our focus, first of all, is making God first. In all my territories, as I go around trying to help teach stewardship, I want everybody to understand that God should be first. And therefore, my foundation of stewardship education is based on the cross. I try to teach the gospel. So most of my stewardship teaching comes from the gospel. I'm going to share with you just a summary of what I've been doing throughout the year 2017. In a very short video, it's about 4 minutes. I still have 7 minutes, 44 seconds. So I'll show you that short video just to capture the different things we are doing. But let me just say that in our territory, we also have some challenges. You'll see them. They're going to be flash-shaped shortly. But we have some challenges in terms of the effect of Boko Haram in the northern part of Nigeria. It has affected the giving pattern in our churches. People are afraid to even declare how much money they are returning to church, because by the time you begin to send your tithe and offering and your receipt is known by somebody who works in treasury and tells them, they capture you, they kidnap you, and they ask for huge sum of money, millions of dollars, to get you released. Pastors are being captured, and those are the very challenging one we have. And Nigeria is one of our breadbasket, one of our biggest field, where we have almost 150 million people. And it's a big place, and our church has a lot to offer, but it's being affected by these things. And those are the things we are dealing with. And so we are also trying to see how we use some of these mediums of collecting tithe and offering. Like in our territory, they are using the mobile money. I want to start working on the mobile money. And as I learn from what you are doing in your app, we haven't reached that app yet, but we will deal with the mobile money. We also want to start using the credit cards or the debit cards that most of our banks are giving to us now. And so we want to start shifting to that place. But we have challenges. And like I said, I just show you a little flash shape of what we are doing. Also, there is also another very recent occurrence. Pastor Ted Wilson sent a letter through Marcus to me. One of our big field also, they started raising tithe in a different way, and some members are not happy about it. They want for every member to leave their seat and go to the front and then drop their tithe by themselves because they believe that is worshiping God physically. and that has caused some confusion, and some people are saying, is this the new thing we are doing? Our church has a system, and so we are also working on that to see how we can use that example to teach from the Bible and also see whether it's appropriate for everybody else and not force everybody to do the same thing. So just take a look, watch just a short, I don't have, it's not coming up there. Sorry, yeah, sorry. I noticed that.
Where is the video? Where is the video?
This is the video. I'm trying to show the video.
Where is the video?
It's on. It's on.
Yeah.
I'm coming.
Yeah. No, let me take away the other documents. Yeah.
The volume? I don't know, why is it not? Yeah. The video is on and I can see it. Many stewardship leaders receive proper education on their job description. Very clear and specific instructions were shared to address the of offerings in certain places. That's it. Sorry. Just a little. The West Central Africa Division, WAD, Stewardship Department focuses on 4 core steps aiming at spiritual renewal for God-centered life. Our methods focus on teaching and training through advisories, seminars, and workshops at every level, leaders, pastors, and members. Here are some of the major activities we had in the period of 2016 to 2017. After our own advisory, we have conducted 9 advisory in 9 unions and plan to reach the remaining union. Many stewardship leaders receive proper education on their job description. Very clear and specific instructions were shared to address the persistent issue of the proliferation of offerings in certain places. We can see the flowers and very soon the fruits of the education and awareness of the blessings of being faithful and generous. From the financial point of view, between 2010 and 2016, we saw an increase of 53% in tithe and 118% in non-tithe income. This is due to the faithfulness of the members. The fund balance has increased by approximately 750% between 2010 and 2016. Our liquidity rate reduced to 43% in 2016 due to the huge accounts receivable that will be recovered very soon. Other reasons that explain the low level of liquidity are the infrastructural projects we have achieved. First, the construction of the Millennium Guest House suite in Liberia. Second, the acquisition of about 12 acres land in Abidjan, Grand Bassam. Third, the acquisition of
the WAD Annex Office in Abuja, Nigeria. By God's grace, we plan to improve our liquidity by the end of 2017. We are facing many challenges: poor reporting, denial of the practice of systematic benevolence, rejection of the combined offering plan, unfaithfulness, and poor emphasis on stewardship in churches. We will continue by God's grace to educate and show the way to happiness and good stewardship. For the near future, we plan to train at least 10 stewardship certified educators to produce 2 minutes video on members' testimonies of how God has blessed them, to develop a simple but effective way of reporting, to conduct at least 2 holy convocations each year in our division, and to organize the training of trainers for pastors. In our division, we want every member to be totally committed to God and to the mission God is helping us.
Thank you so much. God bless.